I'm Sparky. Why don't you come backstage and see what happens behind the scenes of the world famous Pirates Adventure? Go on then.
I'm Martyn Smith. I direct the show here at Pirates. My background's in competitive sport, sports acrobatics. Came over to here to join Pirates as a performer, and then just developed into the current role that I'm doing now, directing the show. Day to day, we never stop trying to improve the show. The guys train every single day. We're always, we lay plans for the next step. We bring coaches here to develop that, and we're always looking to where we can take the show next. During the winter months, then we look at possibility of new acts, or casting. Some people move on, we make changes, just to keep it fresh, really. The future for Pirates, really, I see, the development in the theatre. We've got a lot of designs to possibly introduce waterfalls, and that I think will enhance the whole experience. There's possible plans to put another balcony, which will be another 200 seats, which I think if you've been here, and you soak up the atmosphere of the whole night, and then you can imagine it with another 200 seats, it really will be some atmosphere here.
I am Jacques.
I like to be Jacques. I think if I not be Jacques, I'll be not the same. I live with this character. That's, I think, only knowing the show and outside I'm Jacques. The audience, they only make me more aggressive, more nasty. Yeah? I don't care, to be honest, I don't care how much they boo me. If they boo me more, I'm more aggressive. I give him back immediately. Somebody have to do this, I'm the bad hero. Everybody wants to be good, but I'm the body. Destiny. I do a lot of conditions, weights, running for cardio, because the show is 3 hours. I have to be fit. I play from the beginning to the end, so I have to be fit. And I try to keep my body, my fitness to a high level to keep my place. Because Jacques have to be the strongest, the strongest guy. I am Jacques Lafitte. Don't forget this.
My name's Mark Flores. I'm an evil French pirate, apparently, and I've been at Pirates for around almost 10 years now, so I should really know what I'm doing. What about you?
Luke Rooney, another one of the evil French pirates. My second year here now. Loving it. It's good laugh, hard work.
In the other order, hard work and a good laugh. I used to be competing for Great Britain for a long time. I was junior, senior world champion, European champion, British champion, and then decided to use all the skills I had to come and do this. What about you?
Did all that before I was born.
Yeah.
I started off when I was 13. I was quite late into sports acrobatics. Represented DNS. I was British champion for 4 years. Went to the Great Britain squad. Went to 2 world championships. Got a silver medal and a bronze medal. So, aye.
Not bad for a kid.
Hey.
When he grows up, he'll get better.
Good run.
The balancing act. Yeah, it relies a lot on trust and a lot on balance, believe it or not. And for me, for the first section, it's all down to you, isn't it? Keeping tight and keeping me above you and not making any sharp movements.
It's hard for Mark because, especially with the roof, he's got nothing to look at. It's pitch black, so you can't really see anything. So he might be wobbly, he might be like a little bit unsturdy. So I just have to compensate for the shifts and like the jerks and stuff like that. And
it is with it not being in a gymnasium sort of environment. You have got lights, you have got smoke, you have got a live audience. So you can't really go into the gymnastic mindset of I can just look at that and then just keep tight. So it is, every night is different. Every night is constantly adapting to whatever's happening in the theatre. And like I say, especially walking up the ladder, because you've got people holding fire underneath you, you've got smoke moving around. There's certain points of that where just where the lights are, I can't really see what I'm doing, and then, literally my life's in his hands, but I trust you to walk up a ladder and I can balance on one hand, so I'm pretty safe. Because we've trained so hard to do it, it's all about the numbers, it's all about this goes here, that hand goes there, and unless there's a really major problem, then you just naturally go with it. I keep the weight sort of in front of him, so he doesn't have to, he's not falling back off the ladder, he just pulls with his hands so he keeps himself in line. It's just literally is all about staying in balance, and then he gets to the top and I get off.
Yeah.
End of story.
I have to go in for a back operation tomorrow. I've got a herniated disc at the bottom of my back, so I'm in surgery tomorrow to go get that fixed. So we'll see how that goes.
Can you imagine how good he's going to be when he's not doing it with a broken back? Yeah, it was a bit of a struggle, that, wasn't it? Because we did have to put off the operation until we obviously did the premiere, and that was your main aim, wasn't it?
It was.
To get the premiere. Now we've done it. It is a very physically demanding job, and of course you get injuries, of course you get little niggles, but it's a physical job. You know, a footballer gets an injury, same as anyone else gets an injury. So you just gotta sort of put up with them, fix them, and carry on.
Rough with the smooth, isn't it?
Exactly. I mean, we try our hardest, we train our hardest not to get injuries, and you know.
These things are going to happen, aren't they?
It still happens. There's nothing you can do about it. If you put 100% in, unfortunately, sometimes it catches you out. But the more you train, the less it happens.
My name's Mark Rowley, aka Sparky. And the role I play in the show is the innkeeper. I'm one of the 3 characters, and we mess around, play around, have fun, and interact with the audience, and just generally set the scene at the back of the stage. And then there's a number of scenes where we just step forward and do our thing. The trampoline routine it's jumping off things, falling from 2 or 3 metres. The front drops when we go up high is a maximum height is about a 7 metre height. Everybody's got to be switched on. It's a fantastic, high energetic routine, but everybody needs to be on the ball to keep that energy level as top notch. But we're falling off things, running up the walls, just missing each other's bounces. It can get quite close from time to time. Well, yesterday was the final day of the football season, the championship, and Stoke required 1 point to make it to the Premiership. I have to listen to every game over the web, and I couldn't miss the last game of the season. I had to get back for it. My friend got me a ticket. I got back, I flew in, picked up Britannia Stadium. We got the point we required, and now Stoke are blessed in the Premiership, and all the rest of the cast that all have Premiership status football are going to be ridiculed all season by me, and I'm sure I'll get it back in return. But fantastic day, and then flew back this morning, so I'm a little bit tired at the minute, but back to work now.
Name's Adam Denny. In the show I'm a French pirate, and at the moment I'm doing mainly banking and getting the crowd going for everyone else, and I've come from a sports acrobatic background, doing men's floor basing, so I'm at the bottom, people stand on me, I throw people around basically. That's why he's one of my tops I used to train with. Highlight of my career probably winning world championships in 2006, and I've been British champion a few times, national champion, regional champion, you know, going slowly down for you.
My name is Andy Price, or Andrew, don't know, but I'm a French pirate as well, and I do banking, Russian swing, trampoline, most of French acts basically. And yeah, acrobatics background like Adam, and won the world championships with Adam as well. More or less everything he just said. Yeah. We have like different conditioning, obviously, because he's a bigger lump and I'm a smaller. Sorry, and I'm a bit smaller, so I do more just like own body weight based conditioning, whereas he's more weight pressing and stuff like.
It's a bit easier for me because I'm not one being thrown up in the air, so weight isn't much of an issue. It's just whether I'm fit and strong to do the role type thing. But and like also I have to look the part as well, but it's not as strenuous for me. It's for him.
At the start, obviously, you get nervous, but I found out if you all the time you're nervous, you start making errors and things. So I just try and imagine nobody's there and just treat it like training.
Very much the same. I don't really get nervous at all. It's just the only thing that maybe I get a bit funny about is that obviously if we're putting a new move in for the first time, I have to really like concentrate for that period of time when we're doing it. But other than that, when I'm on stage, I prefer to enjoy myself rather than like be nervous.
Yeah, I get more nervous just going out in front of the people than doing the actual acrobatics.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it out here. Love it. I love
short and sweet.
That's it. No, I just like hot weather, and you got a beach 10 minutes away. Not even that. 5-minute walk away. You got the beach and stuff. Like, as soon as all the time you're not here, you can just chill out on the beach and things. And obviously, like, it's good night. It's just got everything you ever want, really. I think, if you're me.
Yeah, I've adapted quite well. I've been here, I think, about 2 months now, and if it feels like home already, it's like easy to get. Everyone's really friendly. It's really easy to get on with everyone. There's a good banter going around between, obviously, like cast members and everything like that. And in my spare time, it's just either cook some food or I don't know, I watch a movie or something like that. Or if we haven't got training next day, just go out for like maybe a beer or two. That's it.
Hi, my name is Isisaki. I'm in Barbarossa in the show. It's good parts. I'm in practice capoeira, art, fight from Brazil. Every day in the beach, South acrobatics. I like Barbarossa, it's very good parts.
My name is Neil Sweeney, aka Blackbeard in the show. I'm one of the good guys. I come from a gymnastics background. I did gymnastics for 13 years, did only floor and vault, mind you, but then I left that and started doing other things like martial arts and breakdancing. And then finally I got into some shows. I did some shows. I worked in Germany. I've done some pantomimes as well along the way. And finally found myself here, and I'm very happy.
Hi, my name's Rebecca Joes. I am Captain Scarlet in the show. It was a bit of a last-minute thing. Melanie Wilmot, who was playing Captain Scarlet before, she broke her foot, so I'm backing her up for a couple of months, and it's great fun in the show. I really love it. Before, I used to be a rhythmic gymnast, and I competed for Great Britain for about 6 years. And after that, I moved on to Cirque du Soleil. I decided I wanted a change, and luckily Pirates just called me up, and it was a great opportunity for me, and yeah, so it's great here. I really enjoy it.
Hi, my name's James Stewart, and I'm Sir Francis Drake in the show. It's my first year here, so I've only been here a short while now. I'm really enjoying it. It's a phenomenal show, phenomenal cast. My background's gymnastics. I was artistic gymnast in the Great Britain national squad for quite a few years, about 4 years. Competed a few internationals for my club and representing Great Britain, and then got into shows. I was in Germany doing a breakdancing on a stunt show, so I got into that sort of form of performing after I left gymnastics, and I find myself here and very, very happy to be here. So yeah, having a great time.
This show, you really are. You're in the audience, do you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you're literally in the audience. You're talking to them, you're introducing yourself, and then you're doing the show, and the show's happening everywhere around them and everything. And to get the feedback you get, the electricity in the air when you feel you've actually got a crew behind you, and you really are being like a captain.
Compared to being in the Cirque du Soleil show, it's very different interacting with the audience like that, and so that was a bit of a shock for me, but actually it ends up being a real buzz, so yeah, I really enjoy it.
Yeah, for me, like, let's say we've only recently come out of rehearsals, so like to do it to no audience in rehearsal and then to go straight into having your crew behind you makes such a difference. It's absolutely amazing. I didn't expect it to be that like mind-blowing. It's awesome. I'm really enjoying it because of that.
They like to get involved, don't they? That's always a worry. Like, they're just going to say nothing, but they're always up for it, aren't they? They like to go mad, and that helps us. They go crazy, we go even worse.
Yeah. I always lose my voice by the end of the show. I'm so excited, like screaming, and yeah, it's really great.
My name's Aaron Garner. Been in Pirates. Been with the company 10 years. Been in the show. It's my 5th year in the show. Started off as Mad Merlin. Now I'm Lord Merlin. Nice. Mad Merlin was crazy, wild, very energetic. But over the years, I just couldn't keep it up. You know what I mean? But now I'm Lord Merlin, and I can keep it up. Stop it. Character. It all started in Miami, the winter of 2006-2007, and we'd been doing the Miami tour, and towards the end of that tour we just got to a point where the show director and myself sat down, and this is how everything all happens. You sit down, you're just having a coffee, general banter, and then suddenly the conversation goes to developing a new character, going completely sidetracking to a whole new part of the show, and that's how it all started in Miami. And I just felt that Mad Merlin was great and still is great, but I always think that every great show needs some kind of camp character, some for want of a better word, nice boy, and that's how it all started. And I felt that I was just the man to carry that off.
Woo! Woo! Hey! Woo! Yes. Hey! Now I haven't been blown like that in years.
Yeah, I can tell you all about the training. Now, dietary requirements. Next question. Why do I love being in Pirates? Well, because, to be fair, I've always enjoyed Pirates since when I was repping many years ago, and I've said this before. But to be in a show with such great quality acrobats, gymnasts, and some gorgeous dancers, there's no better thrill than performing in front of people when you've got a quality cast like you have. So it's quite a special. It's a sense of achievement, but more than that, it's very special knowing that your colleagues, your workmates, the banter, the sarcasm, the mickey taking, the fun that you have backstage is also on stage, and you can be having a giggle and laugh backstage before you're about to go on, and it carries on through, and the audience know that we have fun.
I'm Gareth Davis from Wrexham, North Wales, and my role in Pirates is the Flying Man.
My name's Lee Malton. I'm from Manchester, England, and my role in the show is the Drunken Sailor.
We were artistic gymnasts. Myself, I started in the Welsh team, made it up to the British team by about 14. Continued on, did a couple of senior internationals for Great Britain, but mostly was focusing on Commonwealth Games for Wales towards the end of my career.
How many Commonwealth Games did you do, guys?
I did 3, mate. Three Commonwealth Games, mate. 94 in Canada, 98 in Kuala Lumpur, and then 2002 in Manchester. Thank you for remembering that.
No problem. Has to rub it in, because that's 3 more than me.
No, it was good fun. I enjoyed them a lot, but it was at the end. It was getting old for gymnastics, and it was definitely time to move on. And this was the perfect next step for me.
Well, I was an artistic gymnast hailing from Manchester. Not so lucky as Gaz, as far as I'm aware. I was injured most of my career, so I had to finish around the 18 marker. Did make it to do a few internationals, not to the high level of Gaz, of course, but British champion here and there.
That's because you weren't very good, mate. There's nothing to do with
I thought I was
injuries.
good. I thought I was quite good, decent anyway. But yeah, I had to give up quite early in an age of 18 due to operations on wrist, ankles, and then luckily found myself at Pirates Adventure in Mallorca.
I play the Flying Man. It's kind of a solo role, although we do have the girls in it as well. It's mostly a strength routine now. Very similar to rings, what I used to do when I was an artistic gymnast. It's transferred quite nicely across. So and rings was my best piece as a gymnast, so it's worked out quite nicely for me. Just playing to my strengths really on that. The hardest thing for me, I think, with that one is trying to be graceful. I'm a bit club-footed, and you're laughing at.
Dr. Robotnik's.
Dr. Robotnik's. So trying to keep it smooth and graceful, and trying to make the girls look good is the hardest bit for me.
My role in the show is the Drunken Sailor.
Why did we pick you for
that? Fitting, let's just say fitting. I've been here 6 years now. I started off as Blackbeard, moved to the French cast. Then after that, I've also covered Sparky as the barman. I think I've covered everybody in the show apart from Gaz up to now.
You like to think he's indispensable, but really what it is, Martyn's just not found a job that he's any good at yet,
true.
so he's just moving him around.
That could be correct. But yeah, I think this role that I do now, the Drunken Sailor, is I love it to bits. It's my favourite role I've done so far. Character-wise, I'm in most of the show here and there, putting me oar in as much as I can, as much as the boss lets me anyway. But just recently, I've been conditioning a lot, but I actually injured myself outside of work just before the premiere. I've just busted my hand. But what can you say, we had to do the premiere, and I did it the morning before, but what can you say, the show must go on, so painkillers, lots of ice, and get on with it.
Well, I've been injury-free probably for about 1.5 years now. Big injuries free, shall we say, for about 1.5 years now, and that's just because I prepare and condition my body properly.
Need I say any more?
Hi, my name's Phil. I am Sir Henry Morgan.
What are you doing? Come on, Grandad, you don't play this role anymore. Come on, back to the home with you. Bless you. There we go. Hi, my name's Freddie, and I am Sir Henry Morgan. For the last 3 seasons, I was Sir Francis Drake, but this is quite a special season for me because I've been promoted, as it were, to Sir Henry Morgan, which is one of the main characters in the show. Basically, I tell the story. And so far, so good. We're a little bit into the season now, and I'm really enjoying it.
Good evening. I said, good evening. My name is Sir Henry Morgan.
It doesn't go like that anymore, mate. It's like this. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sir Henry Morgan. Phil's been, I think, 16 years he did the role for. And, I mean, it's some big boots to fill, to be honest. He's been on the island for, I think, the same amount of time. So, and everyone knows him. And when you think of Sir Henry Morgan, more often than not, you think Phil. But, I mean, I've had some amazing feedback from it, even from Phil himself. The feeling you get when you're up there is absolutely out of this world. There's nothing quite like it. You've got, you know, there's 1,000 people sat down. They're all cheering your name. They're all screaming for you. You're doing flicks and entertaining them. And, you know, most of the time when you do get the chance to look out into the audience, you know, their mouths are wide open. They're like, I can't believe they're doing that, which is great. Being Sir Henry Morgan, it's slightly different. You're not doing it to one group of people. You're doing it to the whole audience. And you don't just do the acro. I've got to go up on stage at the beginning by myself and tell the story. And for me, because I've never really, although I've done acro on stage before, I've never really done that much talking. For me, when the first day I got up there, I mean, I was more nervous than I've ever been my entire life. You know, my legs started shaking, like I got like a little shake in my leg. And apparently it didn't notice on stage, but for me, I mean, I was, you know, literally going like that. And it was absolutely crazy, but also a great feeling. Once I sort of got it out of the way, I just, you know, the character's sort of grown on me a lot. And now it feels like I'm telling the story, I'm commanding the people, and you know, and it feels like they're listening to me as well. So it's really nice.
My name's Phil. I used to be Sir Henry Morgan. I've been with the company now for 16 years. I've done 3,400 performances as Sir Henry Morgan, and now I'm retired. I started at Pirates in 1991, and I started in the part of Sir Henry Morgan. Great fun, completely different in those days. It was a lot more driven by the fact we used to do games on stage. We used to get audiences up, and there used to be discos on board. Now things have changed, completely different. Now from the start to the end, it's characters, it's the way the Pirates are. They all come together now in a show which lasts an hour and a half. It's great to go down to Pirates and to watch the show happening, but it is a lot different. I'm going down and watching somebody else say exactly what I used to say near enough. He's tending to do it a little bit better than I used to do it, and he's doing other things in the show, which is strange to watch. But it's a great guy. I mean, I've known Freddie for a couple of years now, since he's been doing Francis Drake. So it's really good that he's progressed onto doing something different for him. I go down and watch the show, and I've seen the show now 4 times or 5 times this season, including the premiere show the other week. Truly fantastic. And I just get so much pleasure out of seeing the people that I used to work with still doing such a tremendous job.